background there for you.
Honey.
Maybe Honey's
Yeah.
radio.
It's her phone.
And abruptly ends, but that's okay. He put it together so I'd have it for the 4 o'clock shadow that first time I used it. Yes, we are monetized. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer.
I heard about that today.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Gonna have to watch Tombstone again tonight.
Yeah. I've got Tombstone on my short list. I mean, it's always there. I resisted the urge to watch it. Burke, yes, monetized Burke Holder. Send those super chats.
Hey, Lisa.
I finished all. I got up early. I didn't do topic lists last night. I rested, so I got up early and accomplished quite a bit. I went and got some provisions. Also, got her some treats. She needs treats. Got good deal on dental bones. Mental bones.
Mental bones. Yeah, those probably be good for her too.
Yeah.
Jonas.
I know you don't like these, but I haven't had them in a while. Cream savers, orange and cream.
I don't care for these.
I remember when these first came out.
Never been a fan of the orange and cream.
No, let's just send it all to me. It's fine with me. I like it.
I don't even like them. What do they call them? Dreamsicles or creamsicles or whatever the hell they are. Yeah, I don't like those either.
Binge watching Doctor Who. I mean,
hey, Justin in the house. How'd it go?
Only a couple of weeks ago, I was working on the first 2005 series. Hey, Justin. Hey, Jonas. Any money you find in a ditch, I will send you. Exactly right. You just look in the cushions, in the couch cushions.
Very generous of you, Eastland. Thank you.
Yeah. Who will be my first super chat or super sticker or whatever? I went back and I watched that. Maybe it was 117 when you came on, Shadowhawk. But the first comment that I highlighted, like here, Jonas, right?
Right.
The first one I actually highlighted was Phil Diaz.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I've told him that. He was in the chat one day, and I said, yeah, I saw that the other day. And I told him on one of his shows. And I watched.
He pops in every now and again.
Yeah, he was in here just the other day. I finished the Doctor Who. I knew Matt was in there, so I had to watch this before I went on to Peter Capaldi, The Day of the Doctor. That was the 50th anniversary special. And, they allude to all the doctors in this, of course.
Oh, okay.
Great special. They even showed it at IMAX at the time, at IMAX theaters. Got John Hurt as the war doctor in this. Got Billy, what's her name, who played Rose Tyler. Billy Piper, yeah. Of course, David Tennant. But at the very end of it, as oh, look at there. Thank you, Jonas. I have to read this, and it's a box. I don't know what SEK is, but Jonas is our first super chat there. Wow. Um, Thank you, Jonas. However much that is. I think they collect on,
Awesome.
send you a thing on that. So Jonas is our first super chat. There we
Yeah,
go.
I think
Whatever.
you have to set up some kind of account or whatever where they can pay it to you on PayPal or Venmo or whatever you got.
Yeah, they didn't ask me that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think you got to look into all that
waving
stuff
hand.
'cause you can still like set up channel memberships and all that kind of stuff too.
Mm-hmm. He sent a little waving hand there. So I don't know what
Abby?
SEK, because that's from Sweden, how much that is, if that's, you know, but it's mucho appreciato. Thank you. Um,
Swedish European currency. I'm not sure.
yeah. I don't know if they're on the euro or not. Are you on the euro, Jonas?
I, I
Um,
don't know. I don't think they are. I'm not sure.
Tom Baker as the curator at the very end of this. Tom Baker.
Yeah, cool.
You probably have never seen this, have you?
Nope.
Well, we know you like some Tom Baker. You know.
Yeah, he's getting pretty old.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he can revisit like old faces. That's kind of what Peter Capaldi, how they explain him, because he was in an earlier David Tennant story. He was a
Ah,
Roman in
Croner.
Pompeii that he saved. So he kind of took that from his memory, that face. That's what they said, the explanation for it. Of
Hmm.
course, with Colin Baker, the
Okay.
colorful doctor, Colin Baker of the 80s,
Yeah.
he played an earlier role too. And he said, I played this other role. I can't be the doctor when they asked him. And he said,
Yeah.
oh, that's okay. And I don't think they ever explained that one.
No.
Maybe it was a face I guess it's the same explanation, you know. Cod for the hand, I guess. Yeah. Swedish
Croner.
Kroner. Okay. Is that like a bad singer?
Instead of crooner.
Back in the day, yeah, instead of crooner, right? Joke. It only Shadowhawk here again.
I
Uh,
was thinking more like a pastry, like a cruller, but I don't. What do I?
Look what I picked up today. They only had one of them, and probably one is all I wanted. I wasn't even sure if I'd get it. This is the Tuk Tuk, the little Tangiers Tuk Tuk from Indiana Jones. Can you
Okay.
see it all right?
I I can't tell what it's supposed to be. What is it?
It's
Oh,
that.
the little
Yeah.
okay, the little
Mm-hmm.
taxi or whatever it was. Yeah.
Yeah, the little taxi thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
a little three-wheeled
Little
scooter.
three-wheel
Taxi.
taxi. They kind of
Ah,
do
okay.
a chase in.
Now,
Yeah.
yeah, now I see it. It was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No, I
I got
wasn't.
a got some more permanent markers there to do these rounds with, maybe as well.
Mhm.
And new style. I didn't know at the other store they had another Pez design of socks.
Oh.
The others were kind of like multicolored.
Hmm.
So I picked up a couple of these. I don't think I have the other socks. I think they're in there that I can compare them with, but that's a different style I found. And I just saw the symbol here and thought, ooh, Flash Gordon socks. Well, it's the Flash from
Oh,
DC Comics,
there you go.
the
That's all
Flash
right.
symbol, but still pretty cool. I picked up a couple of those, you know, and even if I can't sell these, I can wear them, you know.
See, there you go.
And he I listen, when they check you out, you need to listen. Um,
Okay.
he rang me up for an extra pair. So I said, that's all right. I'll find another. And I was kind of in a hurry because there's a storm coming in. I don't know how bad it'll get. There was a tornado touchdown here the other day. Remember, I was telling you it was kind of surreal. I was listening to Doctor Who,
Mm-hmm.
World War II, and the sirens were going off, and they were really going on. And the siren is a straight over for me, so it's very loud, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm right.
And then I've
Like
got
I'm
one
two
over
blocks
there
away.
as well. And so I got these Hot Wheels with the Hot Wheels symbol on it, socks. And these are different from those. Those only go up to size 12. This will stretch into size 13. So I got some of those. Anything else? I don't guess. That was about it.
They're
I
pretty good little haul.
share, like to share that stuff with you. Yeah. I mean, I did see another pair the other day of. I've seen Batman socks. I saw another pair of the Black Panther socks that I bought one pair of. Um, not invested in, unless they're Pez. I don't want to. I feel like I could sell the Pez to Pez collectors because they're kind of fanatical.
Right.
Shouldn't it display top chat up there, or is that only on YouTube? Top
What's
chat.
that?
Let's see. Some messages, some of potential spam may not be visible. Live chat, all messages are visible. Okay. Fan
Yeah.
funding, super chats. Maybe I have to click on fan funding. Oh,
Oh,
it
that's
just
in the
shows those.
category. Oh,
Goal.
oh,
Make super chats more fun with a goal. Set a goal to engage with your audience in a new way. Once you reach your goal, celebrate with your community. 10 super chats. Pick a goal. Let's see. Choose the super chat colors that count. Teal and higher, $5. Okay. Set a timer, 30 minutes. Hmm. Share how you'll celebrate. I'll host a question and answer session. Wow.
oh. Excuse me.
So they kind of make it a game out of it, I guess.
Yeah, I've seen a few channels doing that. I mean, I don't know how well it really works. Maybe for some of the larger audiences, it might work
Yeah.
all right.
Well, at usually it says top chat, and it'll show the chatters, kind of.
Mm.
Anyway, I will read your chat. Waving hand. I had to go to YouTube to see it because on StreamYard it just gives me this box for it.
Yeah, yeah,
But wow, they didn't waste any time monetizing us. Could have
yeah. It
took
was
up
quick,
6
dude. I was
months.
shocked when I saw that on the thumbnail today. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, that's that.
yeah, must be doing something good.
I guess so. Yeah.
Praying to the higher being. I don't know. I really didn't pray for monetization.
Maybe
Although,
you just hadn't gotten final approval yet, which is why when you kept checking, it said not monetized, just because you hadn't been approved yet. I don't know.
well, I had to review it, and then everything I was putting up, um, I was using that music to the trailers, and that was it was telling me, sending it to my Gmail saying cannot be monetized, cannot be monetized. I thought at this rate I'll never get monetized because every new video I'm putting up are is getting struck down.
Yeah, but there should be a way to find out why you're not being monetized. I mean, because you just kind of
Well,
like
it's
got.
that trailer music, like
Oh,
Omer said. So that's why I'm using the new music that he did on the
gotcha.
video.
Gotcha.
And I said, well, how do I fix that? And he said, well, I would do a stream for me, and I would do a stream you know, for YouTube where I don't play any trailers. And then, you know, there'd be some like the other day. I was like, oh, screw it. I'm just going to play trailers here and, feature some of these new things on Fun My Comic and some of the old ones, and play some of the
Right,
trailers.
right. Oh, okay, I got you.
So, yeah, I just said, screw that one. They can have that one. And sure enough, it said can't be monetized, I think. I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure. Uh, this is
What?
pretty
You
neat.
can't even play other people's clips or their trailers or that? Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you could test it out and like do a certain number and then see if it strikes that down. If it doesn't, it's safe. And then you'll know which ones are safe and which are not.
Mm.
Um, when I played that earlier, did it run did it run smoothly? Because I Omer did help me download it.
Yeah, it didn't look too bad though.
Okay. I was just wondering. Not not the usual stutter master, huh?
Wow. Yeah, not the usual choppy ass theater there, so that's pretty good.
Okay. All right. I'll show
Oh,
you this pretty neat retro spine cover. 10 cents, I bet.
10 cents. Yeah,
I don't
pretty
think you
cool.
can make anything for 10 cents now. Not even a single sheet thing, you know?
It says McFarlane on it, but
Doesn't look like McFarlane stuff, does it?
no.
You
I
sure
mean,
that says McFarlane? Did
yeah,
you
I blew
blow
it
that
up.
up? Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
I mean, it might be I can't read it perfectly, but it looks like unless it's a different name.
Spawn's got to be very lonely. Of course, there was that thing with his wife, but I mean, you know, the guy's not going to get laid when he's got a skull on his crotch,
Mm,
huh?
maybe a
I mean,
goth girl or something.
I guess there's some goth girls out there that would go for
Yeah,
that. I guess,
goth chicks
yeah.
dig that kind of thing. They like
I
skulls
get,
and stuff.
I like that skull on your crotch. I don't
Nice
know.
cod piece.
Nice cod piece, right? Yeah. Yeah. This may be AI. Uh, I don't know if it is or not. It was put on X, and it says, and the little title is, "I have many questions."
E vaquejada de férias, o vaqueiro bota
Ride that pig, right?
Alrighty then.
I
Yeah, I got a
guess
few
it's
questions for
possible.
myself.
I guess it's possible.
I don't know. You think? I don't know if that's AI or not, dude. That looks pretty good.
It looks real. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kid just trained his pig.
Yeah.
Well, not really trained him, I guess, but
He's got pants on. The pig's got pants on.
yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
Alright, what is this? Porky pig? Well,
The
even he
thing
didn't
of it
wear
is
the.
with pigs, their hair is not thick at all. It's very close to the skin. There's nothing to hold on to.
He probably just grabbing onto a fat roll.
I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think it would hurt the pig at all. They're pretty, you
No,
know,
it's not going to
strong
hurt the
critters.
pig.
Yeah,
It's not going to hurt the pig.
you gave him such a pinch.
What, there's so many different movies that Val Kilmer is in. What I would,
Oh God, dude. There's
it's
too
hard for
many.
me to think of a best Val Kilmer movie. Maybe
Uh,
Tombstone. I really
yeah.
like
I mean, I
Tombstone.
gotta go Tombstone. That's my favorite of all of
It's a
his movies.
classic
But
Western. I would put it, even though it's a fairly modern movie, I would have to put it in the classics,
mhm.
that it's that it's a
he wasn't
classic
he
movie.
he wasn't a great Batman, but he was better than Clooney, and he was better than the new guy.
Yeah,
So I'll get.
I didn't who did Batman who did his Batman go up against in Batman Forever?
Oh, was that when he was battling Mr. Freeze?
Oh, Mr. Freeze was pitiful because that was Arnold Schwarzenegger with
Oh
poison
no,
ivy.
yeah. But, no, I think
I
that
think
was a
I
different
think
one.
that was Clooney.
That might have been Clooney. Yeah. Shit, I can't remember who Val Kilmer was fighting.
I can't either. I haven't watched those in a while. Don Bluth this weekend will be at Game on Expo here in Phoenix, Arizona. The animator. So
Yeah, I know who
he's
John.
he's making some appearances at conventions.
Sorry, Sam.
Coming out from DC Comics October 2025. Swamp Thing 39, Batman 389 through 91, Detective Comics 555 through 58, Justice League of America 244, Green Lantern 194, Wonder Woman 327, DC Comics presents 78, Infinity Incorporated 18 and 19, The Fury of Firestorm 41, All Star Squadron 50 through 52, Crisis on Infinite Earth 1 through 4, and The Losers Special number 1. It's Events Crisis on Infinite Earth Part 1 book, which they've already reprinted all the Crisis books together, which I own. And it was down here by my foot there for a long time.
Well, that was the first, like, big real attempt, right, that DC made to try to
yeah, and
fix
it's sad
all
that they
the
didn't stick with it and that it didn't work. You know.
Yeah, it failed miserably.
Yeah. Well, that's
But
their own damn fault.
it was a valiant effort. I mean, if they'd have stuck with it, I think it'd have been fine. But they didn't have
Today
the
in
balls.
1970, Patton, George C. Scott premiered in theaters 55 years ago. He would win Best Actor that year for that role, which he didn't accept it. He didn't accept the.
Oh, really?
You know, since I own the color separation, I need to do something like this with my characters at some point. Maybe with Devil Flyer number 4. Do a number 4 issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Avengers number 4 artwork, you know, Kirby, classic Kirby homage cover.
Right.
So when we get to number 4, I'll have to remember to do an Avengers number 4 homage. That'll be cool. And maybe introduce like Captain America's a new character, an old character, but brought back into the Silver Age.
Gotcha.
Maybe,
But going back,
maybe do the same thing, you know.
so what they do? Just print a big black bar at the bottom, and then put Batman to look like he was stepping over or stepping out of the bottom of the book. How'd they manage that?
I think that's how the Avengers is. It's got like a plain line there. Now on this one, they went all black with it, you know, for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe to give it some white, you know, but
well, probably to pop Batman's boot out a little bit better, you know, because it's blue. Yeah.
Right.
It looks like he's actually stepping out of the book though. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. Whoever did that up like that. And they put 10 cents on it, which the original was 12 cents. There was only 2 Marvel books that had 10 cents on them.
Yeah, I was gonna say there weren't many 10 centers out there, were there? I mean, maybe like
only 2 for Marvel. Only 2.
Right, I'm saying like maybe some of the like Sad Stack and stuff like that, but
1977, out of all these, there's only one I bought. Defenders number 50. That was my first Defenders. No, I take that back. One of the very first comics I ever got, even before I started collecting, was Defenders 15. But the very first Defenders that I actually bought off the stands, number 50. And Klaus Janson had been inking him and other inkers, Keith Giffen. But Keith Giffen did the 50th issue pencils and inks. And they went up against the Zodiac with Moon Knight, early Moon Knight appearances. Great issue. I love it.
Pretty sure I got
Uh,
the X-Men and the Defenders that month. I
and
don't
look at
think
the
I got.
Iron Fist. The Iron Fist, that's Sabretooth's first appearance.
Really? Oh shit.
Yep,
Yeah, I
in
don't think I
Iron
got that
Fist.
one.
Yep. Too bad, because that one's worth some money.
I was gonna say it's probably worth a few bucks now.
It was like 19 at the end of 1979 before I even saw an X-Men book. So I never saw this X-Men on the stands. Never. The what ifs, I wasn't into the what ifs yet. Even though I looked at this, I'm sure on the stand, I just did
Yeah.
not buy it because I was not into the what ifs, didn't know what it was about. And finally, I bought one, read it, loved it, and started collecting most of them from then on. I wasn't into Conan, so I didn't get the Conan one. What if he was in the 20th century or something like that?
Right.
But it was a cool cover. You know. Val Kilmer in his final Instagram video donned the Batman cowl, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
And I guess we can show that little Instagram post that he did. It's only like 20 seconds long anyway. Good tribute to Val Kilmer, a great actor.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
I'm ready.
You're ready.
Yes, sir. I have an answer for us. It's been a while.
It's like he's in a
Oh,
padded
you look
room.
great.
Huh. Like I said, short and sweet.
Yeah. Someone had posted a production pic from his movie. I guess there was supposed to be like a dream sequence where there was this giant bat, and they had a dude in an actual suit or whatever. Or they had built an animatronic. I don't know, but somebody posted a picture of him with the giant bat. It was pretty cool.
Do you remember or did you ever eat Superman peanut butter? And here you could turn
Ooh.
in 2 labels to get a reprint of Action Comics #1. I can't say that I
I
ever
don't think I
did.
did.
I don't think I ever got any Superman peanut butter.
That might have been like a New York tri-state area thing or something. I don't know.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't remember ever having any.
It says important when streaming to a profile, viewer comments won't show up unless the stream is public on Facebook. By default, it is friends only. Learn more. I don't know why that's up there.
That means you got to make sure you set your settings to public if you want them to be public, or restrict them or whatever you want to do. It's just reminding.
Well, after Jonas's comments, the chat's been dead, so
I noticed that.
I don't know. I don't know.
First super chat got us struck.
Yeah.
And all he said was hi. Oh no, he said it again. Thank you, Jonas. That was very generous. Was that $20?
I don't know what that would be, since it's.
Well, if 20 is Swedish kroner, it's probably worth more than American money at this point.
Oh, you think so? Like the pound? Okay.
I think it might be, yeah. It might be like, $23, $24.
Okay. Well, it's very generous, regardless.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Also coming out December 2025, Marvel Team Up Omnibus Volume 1, collecting Marvel Team Up 1972 run 1 through 30, Daredevil 1964 103, Giant Size Superheroes from 1974 #1, and Giant Size Spider-Man 1974 as well, 1 through 3. So, Marvel Team Up getting a big Marvel omnibus in December of this year.
Cool. I
That's
wouldn't
nice
mind
to
getting that.
know.
Yeah.
I only own two. I only own two omnibuses. The Death of Superman, and when I ordered that, I think it was yesterday. I told you, or the day before, they sent me the wrong thing. They sent me that 12-issue miniseries or maxi series. I guess we would call it a maxi series of the late '80s Squadron Supreme.
Oh, okay.
And I bought the floppies when they came out, but sadly I've only got one or two of those in floppy form now in my collection. But
You know
I
what?
got the omnibus with them reprinting all of them in there for free
The
because
only
I said,
omnibus
well,
I
you
think
sent me the wrong thing, and they said, well, just keep. Do you want me to send this back? And they said, no, just keep. Or before I could even ask them, do you want me to send it back? They said, no, keep it, and we'll send the right omnibus to you. So I got a free omnibus with my
Oh, cool.
Death of Superman order. That was very nice of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say I think the only omnibus I actually own is the Tick, the old Ben
Oh, okay.
Edlund.
Did you read the Tick back in the day? I might have had one or two for just
I
investment
I
purposes, but I
I got
never read
the
it.
omnibus, so yeah, I love the Tick.
Okay. All right. What was the best thing about the Tick?
He's just fucking hilarious, man.
Funny. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's Doc Blaylock's,
and it was well drawn and stuff too. Like there's one of the first books I read. He gets in this giant fight with like 100 ninjas, and
Mhm.
they're throwing stars at him and all kinds of crazy weapons and all this shit, right? Trying to kill him. He ends up kicking all their asses, and he's just sitting around like brushing his arms up of the throwing stars and shit, going pesky ninjas. So,
Apparently, they figured out how we're going to get to Mars. Coca-Cola and Mentos.
that'll do it.
That'll do it. That ought to get us past the moon anyway.
That ought to get us out of the atmosphere anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ever see that? They
Yeah.
do just like 3 or 4 Mentos in a big 2-liter bottle, man. Them things sail.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've seen videos. Val Kilmer was born in 1958, 59 rather. He was only 65. He's a couple years
Really?
younger than Elsie.
Yeah, he's only 8 years older than me.
Yeah, only 6 for me. So
Damn.
it's sad that his acting career was cut short.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Apparently,
especially as he
Springball.
got older, he was actually getting, really a lot better of an actor as he aged.
Apparently, Springball, Shath and Jetties. He says closing in on 20,000. Yeah, he's got some closing to do. $16,685.
That's not bad. That's pretty
No,
good.
oh,
I
it's
think
not bad at all. No,
when did he launch? I think it was Friday or
and
Saturday.
and that's really remastering the old artwork, right? The artwork was already done.
Yeah, he's basically redrawn and painting everything, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's calling it like a remaster or rework, but yeah, from what I've seen, it looks like
Basically, he's doing a redo, huh?
he's basically doing it all over.
He probably won't be happy showing the old work, but
Well, he did say they're. Well, the cool thing was on the campaign, I actually got to pick up a copy of 1 and 2, some of the very few that he had, and then I got the new one too. So I've got everything so far, and then number 3 will be the next campaign.
Did you have growing up? Did you have any of these cereal bowls that you ate your cereal out of?
Dude, I still got some Tony the Tiger bowls in there. Mama Hawk found them at a like a Goodwill or something like a year or 2 ago. We got a stack of them.
Wow. Okay.
I guess they still make them every now and again, dude, because these things don't look like they're from the 60s or 70s.
I went to summer school over Hey Tree Goblin, and
Oi, tree.
and I met the man that came up in the 50s with the concept for Tony the Tiger. They came up with Tony the Tiger.
Good.
He actually kind of tutored me in English. Maybe that's why I'm so bad at it. He was true eccentric, you know.
He taught you bad English on purpose.
Maybe I had a shoebox of like drawings I did, you know, that I took him because I was like, hey man, I knew he was going to be there. You know, they kind of because it was kind of a big deal with the staff that you know this guy that came up with one of the icons of the 20th century, you know,
Yeah, I
was
mean,
a
why
teacher
not?
there. So yeah, that was pretty cool meeting him, and he actually tutored me in English there for a little bit.
And he was. I was just gonna ask, was he an English or an art teacher? English.
No, I think I mean, I can't remember what he taught.
Oh,
I
he
don't
just
think,
he was
I
just
don't think
your
it was
tutor,
English. I don't think it was English.
but he tutored you for English.
Yes, he
Yeah,
helped me
okay.
out in English. Yeah.
I got you. I thought you had him like as a regular teacher at school or something.
Um, I don't think I did. I don't think I had him in any of my classes. Interesting.
You may start to echo here. I just stepped outside for a moment.
Are you? I'm not hearing any echo.
No,
But
I said we may because I just
oh,
stepped
okay.
outside.
This is a foreign movie poster. I like to see the different color choices for Superman and why they would change his iconic colors. I do not know.
I don't know. He kind of looks good in red though.
Oh, he does. I don't know. Do you like the green tights and sort of the dark money green S
Um,
on? That's kind of different.
maybe yellow, would have been better. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Superman
mind the
red.
red though, which is kind of weird. I've never seen Superman in red, but it don't look bad. I guess it's kind of Shazam, right? But,
Yeah. Well, there was a Superman red and Superman blue.
oh yeah, for a short time they did that, didn't they? I remember the
Yeah.
blue one. I never picked up any of the red shit. I bought the blue electric costume, the premiere of that one. Um,
Mad Balls. Head
Mad
popping
Balls were
action
cool, dude.
figure.
Yeah. Then they
Don't
just
remember
started.
where you could pop them off their bodies though.
Yeah, that was when they first came out, and then they brought them. I don't know if they sold real well or not. And then they brought them back as just the heads, and so you
Just
could
the
get like,
head.
yeah, just the balls.
Yeah.
And
So
that
with the
those
ball,
those
I
guys.
imagine the balls were made to go on the heads, or were they solid on the bottom?
Yeah, like if you had one of those little body launcher things from the original ones, I think the new ones you could pop them on there and shoot
Oh
them out.
wow, I didn't know that. That's
Mm.
wild. Check this
Mad balls
old
are like they're
Fantastic
like
Four
hella
art.
collectible now, man. People like pay good money for those things.
This is probably for Blacklight.
Yeah, definitely. Looks like it
That's
anyway.
cool. Yeah,
If it's not, it
that,
should be.
yeah.
Oh, I just
Did you get something in the
sent.
mail?
No, not yet, but I've got your tapestry package stuff for you.
Oh wow, you got that in already. Okay. Well,
No, I didn't. I didn't send it out
you've
yet,
had it.
but
Okay.
yeah, I got it when I got Doc's book. Remember?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Damn spam calls. Brr.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Oddities and
it's
Doodles. RT Bear says my new art book is now at $16,987. Let's just get this campaign to 17K. I believe in you. Come by and check it out. I think he said he was going to be taking it down.
yeah.
Maybe today if he hasn't already done it.
Really? That's it? Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, I knew he was
Yeah, it's
talking
still
about
in
closing it.
demand, so it's still available. $16,987. 146 backers.
That's not too terrible. I mean, but he could use some more back, I would think. Art's pretty good,
Oh
man.
yeah, if you're
I didn't
that
realize how
close
good
to
he was.
17,000, I would want to hit the 17,000 if I'm that
Yeah,
close.
when you're that close to it, yeah, you just want to get that landmark, right? You know?
Let's play the trailer. We generally haven't paid that much attention to Art's campaigns, but we probably should more.
I have. I back on the shit out of it.
Art T-Bear's Oodles of Doodles and Other Stuff Too is a 60-page, 9x12 hardbound book that will be printed on thick glossy stock paper and is a compilation of artwork from award-winning artist, Art T-Bear. This book is filled with images that come from Art's Marvel, DC, Image, and Comicsgate work. That includes convention doodles, commissions, creator-owned IPs, and pop culture subjects that Art has brought to life with his masterful draftsmanship. Art T-Bear's signature style is both lyrical and meticulously realized. The mastery of craft, seen in his work, owes itself to his 40 years in the comic industry, as well as viewing life through his own love of the art form itself. Fans of art prints have the opportunity to back one or both of the mini print tiers. Both are stunning collections of work that you can back individually or together as a bundle. Art T-Bear's Oodles of Doodles and Other Stuff Too. Back it now on Indiegogo.
Now, how do you get away with that? Because he's got Marvel and DC characters there. Does that come under fair use? And if
Yeah,
he's doing like prints,
those are his
yeah.
actual. They're his actual, drawings that he did for them. So there's
Oh,
some
okay,
legal way around it.
okay.
Even though, yeah.
He could do prints like of Harley Quinn or some character like that.
Well, I guess. Well, I'm guessing at the time they must have made a deal with him where he got to keep his original. So if that's the case, then he can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Interesting. Yeah, I'm just wondering how that works. If he could put it on T-shirts, or how far could you push that?
That's a good question. I'm not sure on that. You'd have to talk to like a copyright or trademark lawyer or something.
Yeah, yeah, or talk to Art T. Barons himself, and hey,
Mhm.
give us the lowdown. How does that
Well,
work?
it'd be a great guy to have on the show, Rex. I'll reach out a
Yeah,
friendly
we need
hand
to
to
have
him.
Art on. We've not had Art on. I've talked to
That's
him
cool, dude. Man, he's an old drummer, old
from
rock and
his
roller.
chats. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's a fun dude, man.
He said that I was the age of his brother. I'm 5 years younger than he is.
Oh, okay. Hail Bone in the house. What's up, bro?
So I've talked to him. It's been a while, but I've talked to him and asked him questions and stuff like that in the chat. And the last question I asked him was after I got the T-shirts, and I was like, "How did the redesign of your Inko character come about?" Because if you noticed on the icon there was Inko, but it was the old design.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, let me go back and
Yeah,
see if I can. I meant to
yeah. See,
do
we
that.
can pull that back up.
See if I can make it big and show you what Inko looked like originally. I think
'Cause you keep saying he added the glasses and stuff in
I
there.
added the glasses and the mustache to it, and that
Right.
was like a fan art type thing. And I get why he kind of wanted to include that, but it was like I ordered one thing and got another. Um, not really hacked
You're
off
never
about
gonna
it,
hear
but
the
it's
end of that one, folks.
well, I just
Well,
like the original
all
Inko.
right, Samantha.
I'm clicking on the
Well,
icon and nothing's happening. You would think it would come up.
I don't. I'm not sure.
It's so small you probably can't see it. Let's see if he's got it on the campaign. I'll just look real good. He's got it. Did Garbage Man? He did. I think that's
Cool.
all his work. I ought to just contact and say, do you have anything with the original Inko on there? Because, I really like the original Inko, and that's not what I got. And I'm not mad about it. But when you spend $80, I bought 2 T-shirts to get that design that I really liked, and I really didn't get what I ordered. Do you have anything with the original? Because I
You better
really
get
like
this
the original.
shit out of your craw before I go extending an invitation to Art to come over.
Oh, well, I'm just saying.
I just don't think that would be good. best thing to bring up in the first time we have him on the show.
Oh no.
Oh, I know you got it missing. You'd bring it up sooner or later.
Yeah, because it keeps rolling around in my head, like, and he
Well, yeah,
did
there's
give,
a lot of space up there for it.
yeah, no doubt. He gave me, he did give me an explanation for it, but I was like, probably things you shouldn't do on a campaign. Hey, Bone. Um, you know, is it? Because if I promise you one thing and then I deliver another,
I totally
you know,
understand, right? I don't think a
it's not a good
tiny little
move.
mustache and a pair of glasses is that big of a deal myself.
It
But
changed the whole character. Yes,
it
it did.
didn't change the
Look,
whole
nothing.
character. It's still a fucking ink bottle with arms and feet. It didn't change anything about that.
Okay. I got fan art instead of, and he didn't even design it. It was some girl that designed it for him. I know
And
that much.
apparently Art liked it enough that
He
he
did.
wanted
That was his choice, but I liked it enough to back it twice and didn't get what I wanted. So I don't know. I'm going to die on that hill. I'm just saying, if you say this is the image you will get on the T-shirt or whatever, and I don't know if he was real explicit about that, but on the campaign, I don't know. It's been such a long time ago.
and
But
he may have even said something at some point that may not be the final design for Inco.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe on the campaign, I'd have to go back and look on the campaign. And maybe that was it, that it said not final design. Maybe I just took it for granted that it was going to be final design. But
I mean, I've
I
had
saw,
nothing but good experiences with Art and his wife, and even their daughter. I bought art from her.
oh yeah,
Spectacular.
he's a sweetheart, man. Are you kidding?
Hail North.
He's great. I just wish I had something with the original Inco on there because I like that design so much better than the
Trucky
one that.
Painter. Woohoo!
See, you
There
don't
we
think
go.
glasses and a mustache make that much difference, but it to me it.
Hey, glasses made all the difference between Superman and Clark Kent, right? So I guess
If
I'm
I
not.
put right, well, if I put glasses and a big nose on, oh, Crooked Painter, thank you, Crooked Painter,
There
sending
was no nose
$10. So now we can see
There
some
was no
sweet
fake
foot
nose
action.
involved.
Yeah. All right. There you go. There's some feet action. I do have crooked toes, as you can see.
Oh God! Let me know when it's over.
Oh, okay. Well, he wanted some sweet foot action, so and I don't know what he meant by that, but I'm not scared to show my feet, especially for $10. Thank you, more. Appreciate that.
Rex can eat this week now.
PBR Street Gang in the house. Hey, PBR. That might be about the first. I think there was one stream. I don't know if it was on my channel or another. I showed my feet or a foot. I don't know. That might be the very first time. So you might have got an exclusive, Crooked Painter. You might have got an exclusive for your $10.
I agree with Bone. Oh God!
I was just surprised. Oh, Willow's a good one that Val Kilmer was in, right?
Oh, that's right. I forgot he was in that one. Yeah, that's good.
And that's wild. He passed away. And the little guy that acts in Willow, and he says, "Out of the way, Peck."
Yeah.
He was in Doctor Who. I just watched that episode. He was in a Matt Baker.
What was the other one? He was young. It was My Science Project or something like that.
Weird Science. Was it
no,
Weird Science?
No, Weird Science was the one with Kelly
I know
DeBrock.
what you're talking about.
They end up blowing up their sorority or God damn it, I can never think of that word. I guess because I didn't go to college. The house that they're all in, and they got a laser.
Secret. Top Secret's the one you're trying to think of.
Nope, Top Secret's the one where he's a spy. This one, they're kids in an advanced college class, and they make a laser, and then they end up blowing up like a whole, I don't know, like a giant amount of popcorn, and they fill this entire frat house with
It's not
popcorn.
Real Genius.
That's it. Real genius.
Real Genius. Yeah. Okay. He was the leprechaun in the hood.
Oh, that's yeah, Willow. He was all the leprechauns. The most. There's a new Leprechaun series that came out of actual Ireland that's got nothing to do with the
I've
original
grown an
Leprechaun
extra
series.
toe. Morb says my feet are terrible. I think I've grown an extra toe.
Oh, it's all yeah.
Yeah,
More.
tornado warning. Yeah, there's a tornado warning here. Siren going off. I haven't heard any sirens yet. Hell,
Hey,
I'll
of
hope
course
to
you
be here
sidekick.
at the end of the show.
And thank you
And
for
that
that answer.
reminds me, I do go to Memphis tomorrow to pick up. I have to pick her up at 11 something. That's when her flight comes in, I think, around noonish. So later, so I don't have to get up so early. That's good. Um, uh, he married his co-star from Willow, Morb says. But now
No,
next week, I'm expecting maybe my nephew and my sister. My sister's coming next week. I'll get to meet her for the very first time
hey,
in my life. And
hang
I'll
on
try
tight,
and
brother.
bad tomorrow too. Yeah, I don't want to be driving to Memphis in tornado-y weather, stormy weather, but I have to. I have to pick her up in Memphis. She's coming
Let
back
her
from that
hitchhike.
cancer hospital. Huh? Let her get
She,
stranded. Yeah.
she can grab a Greyhound.
Today I gassed her vehicle up, for the return trip. Um, I remember this. I played with this a game called Cootie, where you build like these ant like things. I played this before. I built an ant
What is
before.
this
Did you ever
called?
play Cootie?
Oh yeah. Where you build the bug?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. Then there was
Maybe
that
that's
other one.
where.
Remember Ants in the Pants, where you had the little, you had to spring them into the pair of
Mm,
pants.
yep, I played that too. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe that's where they get. Where kissing. It says, "Oh, you're going to give me cooties."
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, you just done it. I haven't
Oh,
seen one of those in years.
yeah, Batman Forever. The Doors. The Doors was another one he did.
Mm. Yeah, you played Jim Morrison in that one. I always forget about that one too. Yeah. Val Kilmer died today. Did he? Yeah. Mama Hunt just hurt. You have to watch Tombstone tonight, baby. She's like, damn.
Yeah, I may have to. I may have to watch it tonight too, if the storm's not too bad. It's supposed to have the Hump Day show, but I think I'll probably relax and make sure I'm well rested for my trip tomorrow.
I'm your Huckleberry.
I'm your Huckleberry. Yeah. Here's Val Kilmer, the way he appeared in Willow. I haven't
Yeah,
watched Willow in a long time. I think I do own it. I just don't think I've watched it in a long time.
I haven't
The
seen that
one
one probably since it came out.
the one quote from that I remember is "Out of the way, Peck."
Yeah, they tried to do like a new Willow series a couple of years ago, but I guess it didn't last very long. It actually had what's his face, the little guy from Willow. I know his name too. I can't think of it right
Yeah, I wonder what else he's done. Let's check in with Randy Zimmerman and Russ Leach's campaign over on Fun My Comic Now Live, the Atlantean #2, spring 2025. This is the first original story that they've done with the Atlantean, I think. How big is that thing? 50
now.
pages. So it's probably going to be 52 pager because you had to go by fours. So that would be 52, I believe.
Yeah.
$4,595. So just $5 more, and they'll be up to $4,600.
Nice.
134 backers.
Warwick Davis. And Trusty Sidekick comes up with the answer again. He truly is a trusty sidekick. Yeah.
That
Look.
was a Brando movie.
Oh, the Island of Dr. Moreau. He was in that one too.
Was he? Was he
Yeah.
in with Brando?
Hot Shots.
I
Yeah,
guess
I forgot about Hot Shots. And then
I
Top
prefer the
Secret.
one with Michael York in it.
We already talked about that one. Real Genius.
Tyron Scott Louder. Yeah, they're not. Thank you.
Hell, blah, 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 boom. And that's
Tombstone
actually
was the defining role for me. Yeah.
Who is that? Right?
Oh,
Blah, blah, boom.
Life of Timothy. There we go.
Oh, hell.
Thank you for the CA $2, whatever it is.
Sorry, missed you there, Timothy. Hail, hail.
Yeah, that's why I'm like going. I'm going back up. Make sure that I didn't miss anything. It's good to see you, Paul. Paul Monsky in the house,
That's
aka
what I was thinking of. Paul Monty.
Yep. Apex Comics. Great news. I got a new backer that purchased 5 items. Hell, Rex. Thank you.
Awesome, Apex. Hell, good to hear it, brother. And congratulations to you as well.
I have not updated my campaign to see if we have any movement. Last time I looked at it, we had not. Still at 69 backers, $4,167. At $4,500, we will get the 6 a.m. bog sticker. I did add the Devil Flyer jigsaw puzzle to the Devil Deal Big Bundle. So it is packed with. You also get a free page of ad space, which is pretty neato, I think. So what did you do today besides work, Shadow Hawk?
Nothing. Came home and started the show, my friend.
Okay. Straight from work, huh?
Scarlet Fever, hell, yeah, it's every day, brother. By the time I get home, change clothes, make a drink, and sit down, it's time to start the show.
Thank you, dear. Thank you. It's been a lot. It's come a
Why,
lot quicker than what I thought.
Well, thank you,
Got
my dear.
monetized fairly
We
quickly.
do give a damn.
For you, for Tombstone, what is the defining quote? And if you say, "I'm your Huckleberry," I'll kick you. Everybody says that.
I actually like, you ain't no Daisy.
Yeah. After he shoots Johnny Ringo in the head.
Yeah.
Clash of the Titans remake opened in theaters 15 years ago in 2010. That was a good movie. And the second one was even better, I thought.
What's that? What's the second one of which?
The Clash of the Titans remake that they did was pretty good. But the second Titans movie was even better, I think.
I don't think I actually watched
Clash of the Titans was kind of a retelling of the old Ray Harryhausen movie.
Right,
but
which you're never going
to beat. More original, and it was better, I thought. I liked them both. Have you seen them?
I saw the first one, and again, like I said, you're never going to beat the Ray Harryhausen movie. I appreciated it for what it was, but I don't believe I ever watched the second one.
Oh, I thought it was better than Clash of the Titans remake.
Now, was that dude that was in the first one? Is he the same guy that was in Spartacus and ended up dying after like 2 seasons, and then they got a new guy to? Yeah,
maybe
he had some kind of stomach cancer or some fucked up shit. He just died out of the blue, right in the middle of the popularity.
Yeah, and I used to have the seasons of Spartacus, but sadly,
Oh, me and Mama were watching it, and it was like, and then all of a sudden it went away for us, and then it came back like after a little while. But then it was like, it's not the same guy.
Paul
That's
says, I got
Spartacus.
lots of friends. And the other guy says, I don't. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like, I send you to hell in a shutter or something. Well, bye. And yeah, but she
Yeah.
noted on the frowner. So many snappy, I don't know why, but very,
Yeah,
very cool.
there's so many good lines in that movie, man. It's just like I always when I get somebody goes, "What's your favorite line?" I can't think of it, but when we're just like talking about a movie, I'll think of 20 or 30 of them.
Mhm.
Like Airplane, I can quote the shit out of that. All the Naked Gun movies. Nice beaver. Why, thank you. I just had it stuck. That was actually Priscilla Presley.
Oh, I've actually, someone posted this Wonder Woman cover. I've actually got, this is one that Elsie gave me. That's part of the Adler collection. And the
Oh
first
wow.
appearance of some character, I think, that appeared in one of the movies, her first appearance. So it turned out to be a minor key issue.
Interesting.
Kind of like that cover, how it's done in the background, the villain in the background. Just real sketchy like. So what are you and Mama Hot gonna do for dinner? You figured that out yet?
I think we're doing chicken Alfredo tonight. Yeah.
Chicken Alfredo. Okay. I'm just not big on the Alfredo myself. With that said, I do have some Goya Alfredo sauce in my pantry,
Mhm.
but I'm not really big on Alfredo, so I haven't
He's
eaten it
gonna
yet.
save it for bartering in the apocalypse. Sam Worthington. Wait, is that the guy that took the other guy's place, or is that the guy that died? Crooked Painter. I'm lost here.
Oh, he was a voice in Moses too. Underrated Val Kilmer performance. So apparently he was maybe the voice of Moses in this animated thing. That's cool.
Okay, Apex. Maybe who was the original guy that played Spartacus? He ended up dying like 2 seasons in, and like nobody heard about it for a while, and then they put in some new guy and kept doing the show anyway. It
He,
just wasn't
he's
the thing.
he stared
It might
in
have been
Clash.
Sam
He
Worthington, but
starred. Oh, he starred in Clash
that's
of the
not the
Titans.
movie.
Maybe it was. Maybe they're saying Sam Worthington, huh?
Does that sound right? Honey? The guy that died, was it Sam
Oh, I
Worthington?
like Sam Worthington in a few things, Cricket Painter. We'll have to
Yeah, I did.
agree
I
to
like that.
disagree.
Okay, so he
I
did. Okay,
recognize
yeah.
Sam.
So, and Spartacus, right? Okay. I think that's him. Yeah, Sam Worthington. Me and Mama liked him. I don't know, Crooked Painter.
There,
Crooked Painter hates him. Well, hated him. He's no longer around.
well,
Hey, everybody has their own taste. I don't hold it against nobody. The Wrath of the Titans. Oh, okay, that was the second one. Oh, I had the big like lava monster or something on all the commercials and shit, right? Some kind of giant molten man type thing.
Paul says Andy Whitfield is the actor you're thinking of that died.
No, that's the guy who was the original Spartacus.
Yeah, they had a change. That I
Yeah,
had the Spartacus. I had both seasons of Rome.
Andy Whitfield.
I'd
Sam
watched it
Worthington was the guy
somehow,
who was
maybe
played.
on satellite. So I bought those when it came out on disc. Hadn't even had a chance to rewatch them, and my apartment got broke into, and they stole them. That was some of the things that got stolen and not returned. I never noticed that Keanu Reeves has pointed ears, kind of like I do, sort of elfish ears, because my ears are kind of pointed. Not mentioning
You can always
our
rely on
feet.
the chat. These guys know what to do.
He died in 2011. Paul says.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, he was the original Spartacus in the TV
Spartacus,
series.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
they had to
That's what
pivot
we were
and go
trying to
with the
figure out.
new lead
And then
road.
that's when, okay. And did Sam Worthington take over that one? Is that why he got all of a sudden thrown into the mix? It might have been him.
More,
I
did
don't.
you like the one they did after Clash of the Titans? And I can't remember the title of it, but I thought it was actually as good or superior. It was a good second movie. Usually, second movies don't do that well, and this was a remake, of course, of the Harryhausen, but
Wait a minute. Now,
it was not really an original
I got
story like
two
the second
different Andy Whitfield and Liam McIntyre. Apex says Liam McIntyre and Paul says Andy Whitfield. I still have no answer. I just got done telling the wife you can always count on the chat. We've started a controversy.
I do not know. Psycho Slumber is at the printers, going into print production today, says Zaid Comics. That was yesterday when he posted that. Should be a couple weeks before fulfillment starts.
Yeah. And the boys are pretty good at fulfillment, and your stuff will get there. Should be in one piece and on time.
Psycho Slumber over on Indiegogo, still in demand. $8,435, 161 backers on Psycho Slumber.
Not too bad for a little side thing that's not one of their made books. You know?
Like a crossover, yeah.
Yeah, because right now, Lost Pages is their big title.
Von Coleman says it's official. Jim Lee will be drawing a cover for Phenomenova #3.
Wow, damn, Von. How'd you manage that one, sir?
Yeah. Probably went to a convention and talked to him, huh?
Yeah.
The series, sadly today in 1971 on ABC, the series finale of the daytime soap opera, and 54 years ago. I won't tell you because I have to just play this trailer. I have to show you. But the series ended, and my after schools would never be the same. Dan Curtis's Dark Shadows.
Ooh. And that
yes, we did cover that more the day yesterday, your launch on Fun My Comic.
Yes, thank you, Mike. Thank you very much for reminding people. Yeah, Dark Shadows, dude. It was all atmosphere though, because nothing ever happened. I watched that show for I don't know how long, and nothing ever happened. They just sat around and talked.
Well, for the most part,
it was all very spooky talk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At least the Munsters and the Addams family went out and got in trouble and shit.
There you go. Woke Princess.
Snow Brown and the 7 memes.
Yeah.
Ah, damn, fucking Disney. Jeez.
What's the cap say on it? Does it say God bless or does it say something else?
I don't know. Hold on.
You might have to blow it up.
It does say God bless on it. Really?
Oh, okay.
No prints allowed on the sign.
Yeah.
Snow White, the fairest of them all.
Yeah.
My figure, my choice on that little. What the fuck? Oh my god.
Dark Shadows was soap opera with a weepy vampire. Yeah.
That was funny.
Some like
Somebody's
it, some
having
don't.
fun with AI.
I liked it. You know, some things happened, but yeah, it was all
Nothing
drama.
happened. I watched that show for
You just
God,
didn't
at
see the
least a
right
year.
episode.
Nothing happened.
Ah,
Supposedly there was a werewolf that was outside on the ground
there
somewhere.
was
Nobody
Quentin.
ever got killed. Not one person ever died. Fucking the dude that's running the house, Barnabas, is supposed to be like a master vampire. He never drinks nobody's blood. Nothing
Now,
happened.
was this Top Gun? He was in Top. Was he in Top Gun? No, he wasn't
Hmm.
in Top Gun. Was he in
I
Top
think
Gun? Yeah,
so.
he was.
Yeah, I think he was a side character.
Well, now is this Top Gun here? Or is this another movie? Because that
I
looks like
did.
a Navy uniform.
Well, they do have Navy pilots too, right?
Hmm.
Which I believe Top Gun was Navy
He
pilot.
was in the Iceman. Iceman in Top Gun.
Yeah, so he was like Maverick's top rival or whatever.
Yeah. So is this him in Top Gun? Is that where that's a picture from?
I believe so. Yes.
That's probably about that is Top Gun. Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
that looks like the right time.
The right age for him. Yeah,
The
it's sad we
haircut.
didn't
I
get.
mean, the uniform. He only did
So
so many movies.
what was the thing with his throat?
He had some kind of cancer, something like in his lymph nodes or something. It fucked him all up.
Okay,
And
yeah.
I mean, he's been fighting a good. I thought he died like 4 or 5 years ago, but apparently he's been fighting it and doing fairly well. He's been making appearances and doing like bucket list shit. And
Shadowhawk will have me buried 5 years before I actually die. He had me convinced I was a different age a couple years ago.
only because he lied to me.
Perhaps you've been fucked up. Perhaps. But have you ever been Johnny Cash eating cake in a bush fucked up?
I don't know what.
Yeah, look at those eyes, man.
Dude, that is some fucking wasted ass munchies right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been that fucked up.
He must have been hungry, you know.
Yeah, I've done
I
that.
only live like 45 minutes. When my sister comes, I said, well, we could go see Johnny Cash's house, and it's out in the middle of nowhere. Okay, rice fields and whatnot. Or
Yeah, it's like a
fields,
shack, bro. He grew up like in a little.
I don't know. I've never seen it. I've
room.
been to his. I've seen the original theater that he first performed at. Dallas, Arkansas is like population 2 minus.
Yeah, from what I heard, it was like a 3-room, maybe.
There was actually a Major League Baseball player born there as well.
Oh shit!
Because they've got a sign when you go into town, home of Johnny Cash and this other guy. And I'll try and get the name if we go down there. But my mother had some old mule-drawn equipment, farm equipment, and we used to play on that when we were kids. And she needed to send it somewhere when she moved to town, so I don't know. She cleared it off the property and donated it to the Johnny Cash estate. So it should be sitting out there by the house. And that's the only reason I want to go there, is to show my sister the house that maybe she's never seen too. And I want to see where it is myself. And then also see the farm equipment one more time.
Well, hopefully if it was, complete enough for them to accept it at the, because I'm assuming it's kind of like a museum, a tribute site, whatever. They may have, restored it and put that stuff back into actual use.
No, it's rusted so bad. There's no way they could put that stuff back into use.
You'd be amazed, Rex, at what people can do if they put their money.
Restore, maybe. I hope they didn't restore it. Maybe
I
but
mean,
if
if
they
it's
did,
kind of
that'd be
like
a
a
kick.
museum type setting, they may have enough donations and stuff where they want, yeah, let's fix
They
some
may
stuff.
have. Well, if Mom wants to go down there, we'll take her down there. If she doesn't, we might go anyway, because I don't really have a short list of what I'm going to do with my sister.
Yeah,
I mean, I get to see
I'd
her
want to see
son
what
too.
they did with it one way or another.
I'll
If it's
try and
just,
capture it on film and then be able to share that with everybody the first time I meet my sister here next week. I'll try and
oh, is
share
that
that with
next week?
everybody next week. Get to meet her
Nice.
sometime.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Before I really start back to work and get too busy, and I
So
told
you're
her,
gonna
yeah, I
drive
had to
over
go.
and see her, where
Yeah,
her place?
eventually I will.
Oh, is she coming here to see you?
She's coming here. I think I'm going to meet her across the way at Mom's, so that when Mom sees her, when I see her for the first time, Mom can see her for the first time.
Bro. Oh shit.
What?
I don't know. We got some kind of crazy storm warnings going on right now.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
everybody does. Holy shit. This just happened.
It's
They
pretty
got the
calm
little
here. It's been windy. I know they
uh,
say things
it
coming.
it got real quiet here. It was windy a few minutes ago, and then all of a sudden I heard the speaker off the emergency management vehicle, and it's driving around going, "We have tornadoes in the area. Please be aware." We have, and it's like, oh, that ain't good.
Apparently, it's causing havoc in many, many
Oh,
different
there it goes.
states.
You guys hear that one?
Uh, I did subscribe to that YouTube channel that Doc recommended. That gives you all
Um,
that. Did you
yeah,
know he sang the songs when he played Jim Morrison in the Doors movie? That is Val Kilmer.
yeah. He
Um,
actually learned how to play guitar.
he
Oh,
was
that's right. He did an
he was
Elvis
also
movie.
in that movie where they go to Africa. I forget the name of it. With Michael Douglas, right? Where they're
Oh
kind of
yeah,
like
the Ghost in the Darkness.
Ghost in the Darkness. I don't think that movie was that well received, actually.
Oh, dude, I love that movie. But it might be because I grew up with the Lions are right up here in Chicago at the Field
Hmm.
Museum of History. So you can go up there and see them. They have the actual stuffed lions that were the Ghost in the Darkness up there. Rex didn't even hear
Yes, I did.
what I
But
said.
I was also checking something else out.
Yeah.
Multitasking, my friend. I may not do it
It's
well,
only
but
multitasking if you can actually understand what I'm saying at the same time. Cricket Painter says he's seen those lines. Yeah, they don't look that impressive after they've been killed and stuff, do they? Dude? It's like, how did these fucking two things kill that many people?
all right. This is the actor that I thought after Heath Ledger, and he was in that Abraham Lincoln movie. Do you recognize his
Abraham
face? Who
Lincoln
that is?
Vampire Slayer? Yeah, it was great. Oh, I'm sorry.
It might have been that movie. All I know is I don't think it was that movie. It was one on Abe Lincoln.
Right, like an actual ape.
And in the movie, he played Abe Lincoln's son. But now, when he came on screen, I thought it was like Heath Ledger or something he had done before he died. But this was after he had passed away, and I was kind of shocked to see him. And I actually saw him as a little kid play on Quantum Leap. He played on Quantum Leap, but I don't know who this actor is by name. Anyway, nobody knows who that actor is by name.
No idea. Man.
I thought it was Heath Ledger because I thought he looked a lot like Heath Ledger.
He kind of looks like
Oh,
him, but
I also watched the episode with Diane Rigg when she was an old lady. You know, uh, she was on Her Majesty's Secret Service and the Avengers. Here's a picture of Diane Rigg back in the day, but she was an old lady when she did that Doctor Who episode. She was the baddie of the piece.
The wonky eyes. Go on, Chris.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, is that him?
Levitt.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it kind of reminded me of him, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he did. I think it was Quantum Leap. I saw him play
No, he's the
a
kid
role
from
when he was a
Third Rock from
young
the
kid.
Sun, and then he was in Gotham. He was in that movie with Bruce Willis, where they're time traveling and you have to go back in time and kill yourself. 12 Monkeys, whatever I think it was called.
Oh, yeah. That was a good movie. I thought that was a
Yeah.
good movie.
One that it was. You had to watch it a couple of times to try to get your brain around it, but yeah, it was pretty cool.
I kind of like movies that you have to go back and watch more than once. That's
Only,
if
I
you're
mean,
willing.
only if they're good enough to do it. Like if the movie pretty much
Yeah.
sucked, but it left you with a couple of gaping holes, I don't care.
Today marked the not only the finale of Dark Shadows, but was the debut of As the World Turns 69 years ago in 1956 on CBS. So that's been around a while. And a lot of these soap operas were on radio long before they were on TV. So some of these soap operas probably been going for about 100 years,
Elsie, are you going to pick somebody up from the airport, or are you going to the airport? What the hell? I have no idea what's going on.
Siren's still going off. Jamie said she had golf balls size hell. Wow.
So I'm assuming Elsie's out of the house.
Headed to airport, waiting on next round. Well, you're having to go to the airport as well. I don't know what he's doing.
Careful out there, Elsie.
Golf ball size hell. Now, the tornado. The tornado is. I don't know. Never try and make sense of the chat.
Oh, maybe the tornado is headed toward the airport. Elsie's home. Okay. All right. All right. So the tornado is headed towards the airport. Elsie's at home. All right. Stay safe,
brother. Val Kilmer was also in True Romance. Have you seen that?
I've seen True Romance. Who was he in that movie? That was Christian. That was Christian Slater.
He was in Heat. I remember Heat.
True Romance was Christian Slater and that pie-faced girl, one of the Arquettes. Patricia or whatever.
He was in Spartan. I don't know that I've seen Spartan.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one. I know he's been in a ton of movies. Didn't he even do some romantic comedies like back in the day or whatever? I think he did a couple of those. Brad Pitt. No, it was not. It was Christian Slater. True Romance is Patricia Arquette, Christian Slater, Gary Oldman's in there actually playing like a reggae dude. That's her pimp.
I'm just reading, they're citing what he was in, and
they say
True Romance. So I don't know. I've never seen True Romance.
No,
doesn't sound like a
Brad
movie
Pitt was in California with what's her face, the chick, Juliette Lewis. The True Romance was Christian Slater, Patricia Arquette, Gary Oldman. I don't remember who else was in there, but I know
I forgot. Sure. They're coming out with a Super Friends, like a collection of like maybe the first 20 or 30 issues of Super Friends. I want that book. It comes out like latter part around Christmas time this year. You can't hardly find any Super Friends beyond a rag copy. You can't hardly find Super Friends, period. Nothing on eBay. I know it fluctuates, people adding and taking away all the time.
Heart. I might be thinking of Wild at Heart. Never mind. I could be wrong.
Brad Pitt, PBR says Brad Pitt was also in True Romance. He was the stoner roommate. Christian Slater did True Romance. The beat up.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. So I was right. Okay, thank you, PBR.
Oh, Val Kilmer was in The Saint. Yeah, how'd they leave that one out? He did the
Oh,
Saint
yeah.
movie, didn't he?
Forgot
Yeah,
about that one.
yeah. The Saint was a good movie, I thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's pretty good.
April 4th, they've got a Green Lantern based on the Super Friends. This is what figure from McFarlane Toys. So there you go. Green Lantern. He's got a green bat. That's cool.
Oh, okay.
Accessory, I guess. Now that would be cool to have the Super Friend action figures the way they were done by Hanna-Barbera. That would be cool.
I mean, I don't mind it. I'm not real fond of the bat. I think they could have gave him something better than that, but whatever.
What, a boxing glove? No, that's Green Arrow. Remember the arrow with the boxing glove on it?
The arrow with
And it was
boxing
always
glove
a
on.
green. Why was the boxing glove always green?
Because he's
boxing
Green
gloves are
Arrow. All of
usually
his
red.
arrows are green. He had explosive arrows. He had net arrows, but they were all green.
Yeah. Well, I guess okay. I guess that makes sense because he's Green Arrow. But why does everything have to be green? Come on.
Yes. Because otherwise, what's the point of him being called Green Arrow if his arrows aren't green?
I wonder how, here's this thing saying Val Kilmer's Doc Holliday, Tombstone, 1993. Doc Holliday is pitch perfect in every respect. I know people who adore this movie, and it's always for the same reason. Val Kilmer, he was awesome. This is possibly the movie I'll be watching tonight. I wonder how many people will be watching Tombstone tonight.
Oh, I already told Mama Hawk.
A bunch.
She didn't even know Val Kilmer died. I was like, oh, honey, Val Kilmer died. And she's like, oh, no. I was like, we're watching Tombstone. And she's like, oh, no.
Oh, no. Did she not like Tombstone?
No, she just thinks it's lying.
She thinks it's what?
What'd you say, Bet? Honey, what'd you say? Oh, I have no idea. I thought she was commenting. I thought she heard us. She's talking to herself.
She was probably singing to the radio. She's always got the radio on, right?
Mm. She'll babble to herself in the kitchen when she's cooking.
Silver Saber by Ron Friends. This is, I like this. This is Sexy Leg. Look at that. We need sexy women in comics again. I haven't seen True Romance in years. Great movie.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
I still want a snakeskin jacket to express my individual.
True Christian Slater, Brad Pitt, Gary Oldman, Patricia Arquette. It's the story of a whore that gets stolen. The guy supposedly has a gorilla heart. Doesn't care. I might be confusing two movies there, but Christian Slater's in it anyway as the boyfriend. They beat the living shit out of his girlfriend trying to find him. Oh, yeah, Tony Soprano's in it too. He's the guy that beats the shit out of her.
Good point, Apex. Why not a Green Lantern with the Green Lantern figure instead of a bat?
Oh,
hell yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, the little battery, the lantern battery.
Yeah, the lantern battering so that he can always power up. Absolutely. What's Green Lantern without his
he's
battery,
pretty much
he's out of power.
Yeah, he's got to have it.
Yeah, he's got to have it to have any power whatsoever. He's just a guy with a ring. Otherwise, that you could beat to death very easily.
Especially if you got a yellow baseball bat.
Yeah. Well, for the original, it would have had to been wood, just a regular bat.
Well, for what's his face, Alan. Was that Alan? Alan Scott, right? The original Green Lantern. Yeah, it was just wood. That sucks as your weakness. There's a lot of shit made out of wood.
There's a lot of wooden objects. I could beam you with the 2x4.
Yeah, You could, I could have a force field on. You could walk up and smack me with a 2x4, and I'd never be.
Wow. 1993
We remember
picture
the
here.
first time I saw the two Green Lanterns together. They trapped them by sticking them inside of an old water tower that was made out of
Mhm.
wood, and they had painted it yellow. So both of the Green Lanterns were helpless. They were just sitting down there in the bottom of this empty water tower. They couldn't do anything. It was the
Yeah.
stupidest thing I ever saw.
David Banner in Happier Times. Wow. Bill Bixby. Look at that. An ad
Tandy.
for Tandy.
Clearly a superior.
Hmm. Buy one
I go.
now. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
You have to pry my cold, dead fingers off the keyboard of my TSR 80.
Hmm. Hmm.
You remember those?
David Bruce Banner. David Bruce Banner. So they did get the Bruce in there, but that was,
They
the
switched it up. Bruce was supposed to be his first name.
yeah. Yeah.
But Bruce was not a
Brian
Papillon.
Glover was born on this date, 1934, An American Werewolf in London, 1981. Brian made his blazing debut in Cass. He mixed his time between comedy, playing the heavy, being the voice of Tattly T, and performing Shakespeare. This is classic Brian when you get a young uh, Rick Mayall for free. Okay. Yeah.
Rick Mail. Nice.
Yeah, he was a good actor. I've seen him in different things.
Oh, go the sirens for me.
Uh-oh.
It's getting wild and wacky out
You think that's wild and wacky? Look at this spaghetti.
here. Oh, let
Spaghetti
me
and
eat.
meatballs.
Let me eat your meatballs.
Uh,
What are the eyes made out of?
I don't know if those are edibles or
Uh,
I don't really know, but
I think they're
assume they
actually
are.
like those little fondant eyes that you put on cookies and stuff.
All right, we'll go with that. ET phone home.
Oh,
Somebody spent way
the
somebody
arms
spent way too much
and the
time
face
putting that thing together.
and the heart and stuff is mushrooms.
Ouch. Yeah.
That's ouch.
Ouch. Yeah. I remember that.
I love when
That's my quote
he
from
sits
ET.
around the house and gets drunk, and then the little kid gets drunk at school.
Your
Yeah.
favorite Catwoman? Well, she's not here. I'm sorry, but none of these do it for me as far as Catwoman. I mean, they're okay. Some of them are okay, but
Yeah,
gotta
but
go with Julie.
they're all under number one. They're all above Eartha Kitt. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Okay.
But they don't hang with Julie Newmar. Sorry.
No, I never had this as a toy, and I never wanted it as a toy.
That's a good way to
How
get
do
beat
you?
up after
Yeah, I would think so.
that.
Some
Nerd.
things just don't age well.
No, man.
It
Oh,
looks like they
I'm
took
sorry about all the
two
noise.
uh,
I'm
two
not
of
going
those
to
little.
be
It looks like they took two of those little tennis lawn things and put them as eyes on this thing. Radar antennas on goggles revolve. Wow, they spin around. Wow. Still don't want to wear it ever. It looks like an old 50s ad. Jay Lopez. Sexy women, not tornadoes. Mhm. Here's one of those mashup covers. Superman. Put Superman in there. Switch out some of the heads. There you go. You know, if Marvel and DC were about to go under, all they would have to do is crossovers like this, and people would buy it. I would buy it. The first time Batman crossed over into Marvel Universe or some other character, hell yeah, I'd buy that just for the novelty of it. And you know you would too if it was halfway decent. All they have to do is cross over.
Yeah, if it was a halfway decent crossover, of course I'd buy it. Well, not now. I don't buy anything mainstream, but no matter
Yeah,
what.
but you know, if Marvel, don't you agree though? If Marvel and DC um, did combine comics, you know, crossovers,
Like they did with the
one
Amalgam
shots.
series.
Well, no, I mean with the main characters. I actually don't do amalgamated mashup characters. Just
Okay.
if Mr. Fantastic met, say, Batman, or you know, the Incredible Hulk met, and they used to do that in the treasuries, so they've done it
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, they've done cross.
Very rarely.
Teen
Very
Titans
rarely.
and X-Men was a famous.
And those were
crossover.
big events. And we finally got what George Perez wanted to do. And that was the last team up, Justice League and the Avengers in 4 issues, I believe.
I'll tell you what, my favorite is still Teen Titans. X-Men.
He wanted to do it back in the 70s and it got canceled. I really would have preferred him do it back in the 70s with his 70s ability to do the artwork, because I enjoy his early artwork more than I do his refined later stuff, although I like it all. I really like the early stuff though, when you could see part of the learning process going on, you know.
I don't complain about George. I love this stuff.
Well, am I complaining? Am I complaining? I'll just say I've got a preference for his early stuff over just picky. Okay. 1933 King Kong Steel. That's right. Here's your lizard representation, Lorenzo. Eat this.
Yeah. I just watched Godzilla versus Kong last night when
yeah.
Kong
And
bowed
we know
the knee,
this Godzilla propaganda.
Yeah.
That's just Godzilla propaganda, my friend. That you got to quit drinking the Kool-Aid. We'll just put Kong over there with you. Maybe you know.
You want me to rip his face off? That's fine.
You know, I mean, what a tour de force Kong, you know.
Kong was amazing. It was a spectacular.
I mean, at the time, it was probably the Star Wars of its day. It was mind-blowing, according to Ray Harryhausen and Ray Bradbury.
Even the 70s version, the remake they did a spectacular. What was that, 1977, 78 when that came out?
I watched it. I did go to
it wasn't as good as Ray Harryhausen, but it was still damn good.
Well, Ray Harryhausen didn't do the original Kong. He was just a kid.
I know.
His first movie was Mighty Joe Young, which he got to work on with Willis O'Brien, who did do Kong. So to be able to, you know, be mentored by the legend that created or really made stop motion, you know,
right?
And really, Meryl C. Cooper, he's the one that made it work,
right? And then our boy,
because Willis O'Brien was a genius, but he never knew how to kind of make it work, you know, and make it commercially.
Then Harryhausen took it and made it
saved RKO Pictures.
Well,
it saved RKO Pictures, and RKO went on to do some seminal movies after that would have never been made without King Kong. I can think of a bunch of the early John Wayne
Bro,
movies
there are a
never would
ton
have been made.
there are a ton of those stories in Hollywood, though. But if it wasn't for this movie being made, these other movies would have never even been considered to be made.
Okay. See
Kong
how it
wasn't
just
the only one.
undercuts the Kong narrative whatsoever. It's the that's just
I
it
just
happens
think
all the time.
you put it doesn't happen all the time, but there are many stories of the same thing happening.
Yeah.
Come on.
But if you think about it though, that was in the the Depression had been rolling a few years, and they say around 32, 33, people were really starting to feel it. It was the Great Depression going on when that movie
Well, that
came
made
out.
it harder.
Still people
No, that
flocked
actually made it
for that
easier
escapism.
because people were craving distraction from their
They
daily
were,
lives.
yeah.
So it made it easier
Latest
to entertainment.
the latest earrings made by Flying Feline that she posted.
Woohoo.
Very
Flying
cool.
Feline makes some very pretty stuff. So getting ready to
Yeah,
commission her something quiet for Mama.
absolutely. Man, I'm telling you, I gave her that idea for party trays. So I'd definitely like to get like an all wooden party tray. I may even have one and have her do something on the bottom. Hell yeah.
George Lucas in the house. We mentioned Star Wars.
Did we? Or did
I
you?
think we did. Accidentally. Hail, George.
Treasure Cove discovered. There, I don't know. These people putting up stuff there, you don't know what to believe and what not to believe. I tend not to believe it. I know you say a lot of things, that's AI. And certainly there is a lot of AI out there. But
Mhm.
these discoveries like in Egypt or this is classic. Check this out. Hammer horror. Drop this. Look at that. Petticoat Junction with the creature.
That's one happy creature.
Ba-dum-ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Oh, that's Green Acres. Anyway,
Was that Bobby Joe, Betty Sue, and Betty Lou, or whatever?
I have not watched Petticoat Junction in decades. Although I did watch it as a kid, and enjoyed it. And I'm sure I'd still enjoy it today. But I have not seen it in a long, long time. Here's another picture of Val in Top Gun. He was actually pretty good in that movie. Man, am I behind in the chat? Yeah, the Grapes of Wrath.
He was kind of the asshole to whatchamacallit, Tom Cruise's character in that movie, but still, he played it well.
Yeah, maybe. Crooked Painter says they would still go broke. If they did crossovers. Again, if you stick to the source material, it's good stuff. There's no reason to deviate it when making movies. You might modify it a little bit, update a few things, but the original source material is generally some good classic stuff that fans are dying to see put in film by and large. Spartan came out in 2004 with Val Kilmer. I have not seen that movie. It says Art Linson and David Matmet were discussing the budget for the movie at a restaurant. Val Kilmer was literally at the next table. Linson asked him to come over. Kilmer loved the idea and accepted a pay cut and got a green light. Not nearly enough people have seen this. Yeah, I have not seen Spartan. I guess I'll have to look that movie up now.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find it before I put on Tombstone tonight and do a little search on my free streaming services and see if that's out there. Spartan.
Spartan. Don't know what it's about, but
No idea. Don't care. It's Val Kilmer.
yeah, he's generally pretty good in anything he does.
Yeah, and for a long time.
I mean, there's not that many new movies. I mean, even I mean, it's not new anymore, but it's fairly new movie. Tombstone that I would call classic movies. There's very few. I would say Braveheart. They Were Soldiers is really good. Mel Gibson's done some classics on action. His movies are generally classics. Not every one, but he's done some classic movies, and I would lump Tombstone in there as a classic movie, modern day movie.
I agree with Crooked Painter. I think DC should lighten up a little bit on the tone of their movies. Everything is so fucking dark and depressing.
It's so dark. Yeah, I don't know why they go so dark. Are they trying to
They've got like
outdo?
they always had the light superheroes, right? I mean, Superman, the Big Blue Boy Scout, Batman was
Yeah.
just he's always been there. Wonder Woman. Marvel was known for like Spider-Man was all weird and edgy as this teenage kid. X-Men were fucking mutants. I don't know when did it all turn around?
I mean, look at his outfit he gets to wear in that. So classic.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I'm still watching that as soon as we get done.
Then why is every Batman movie not silly garbage instead of so dark and gritty garbage? Yeah, Batman has always been silly. Yeah. Well,
I think it would have been fun if they would have gave Adam West a shot at doing a Batman. Back in the 80s, early 90s. It's obviously far too late now, but Adam's no longer with us. But he was still in good enough shape back in like 1990 or whatever that they could have done like a Batman spoof movie. Could have been fun.
look at the wide range of characters that he and looks that he played.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
That's why they call you an actor, Rex.
That's from The Saint right there, I believe, when he's in disguise.
Yeah, when he's good. Yeah, he's doing the old Austin Powers. Mm-hmm. You find me? Did I make you Randy?
With that haircut, he could have played a G.I. Joe movie.
Dude, I didn't even hardly look at him like him right there with the different nose and shit. It's like he looked like some kind of Russian KGB guy. I would kill you.
I would kill you.
Don't make me hurt you.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of postings for a while on him.
The wailing and gnashing of teeth.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I always liked Val Kilmer, but then this dropped, and man, I love this film so much. It gets better each time you watch it, thanks to Val and Robert and Shane. That was Jimmy Palmiotti's post.
What's it called?
He was in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I watched that not too long ago. I had that movie, and I maybe only watched it once. It's a good movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that one out. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, he's in there with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, no shit. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, and I watched it because it's a Val Kilmer movie. That's the only reason I rewatched it. I was like, oh, God, I had this.
Oh, shit. We're starting to echo, right? But it's almost 6 o'clock anyway. So. What do you want to do, sir? You want me to drop out and come back in? I will.
Well, I can either cut the show down to 2 hours and 50 minutes.
I'll drop out and come back in for a few minutes, yes.
Val Kilmer in a bunch of indie movies, too. Yeah. Laugh out loud about nipples, yeah. Well, I didn't like the last Batman movie where he was supposed to be a great detective, and he was not a great detective. Everybody throughout the movie was giving him clues the whole time. You know, I mean, that's the right direction to go, super detective with the character, but they didn't pull it off with Mr. Twilight. Not to my satisfaction. I thought it was a poor Batman movie, you know, for uh for what he was supposed to be, you know, a great detective. And I'm like, I watched it and I said, where was the great detecting that he did in it? Tell me. I get it if you like the movie, okay? I get that much, you know, okay. But a great detective in that movie, I don't see it. People were giving Commissioner Gordon and other people were giving him clues the whole time. You know, if they're going to do, you know, Batman Year One, do it better than that. He just wants to get to Tombstone. That's all it is. That's it, isn't it, Shadowhawk? You just want to get to watching Tombstone. It'll be there for you after the show.
Can't bite me, mister.
I might have super chats here in a minute.
Oh, wow. I'm supposed to hold my breath for that shit? I'll be dead.
I'll split it with you. Yeah, I might be dead before I get it from YouTube.
I'm
According to
already
Red
black.
Valkyrie,
I don't want to be blue too.
you only get like paid once a month from YouTube. They hang on to that money
Oh yeah,
as
yeah,
long as they can. They take a
yeah,
percentage.
dude. They keep it in their banks and collect interest off it till the end of the month, and then they pay you.
But I mean, how much interest is a person getting nowadays?
Dude, you don't understand. There are like 3 million or however many people it is that do YouTube channels that are monetized. So they collect all those people's money into one big account, and they collect a big old chunk of uh, what do you call it?
Okay.
Percentage of oh god, I just thought of the word a minute ago. Why you fucking with me? But they collect all that interest off of you, and then they pay you out. And what they pay you out is nothing compared to what they make.
Hmm.
Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. There'd be no reason for them to pay
Yeah.
you.
Well, you know, I'm sure that they gather a lot of great ad revenue, right?
Well, that's the whole point. Yes, you're in a working relationship now with YouTube. You have to generate content so that they can monetize you, so that you can monetize
Mhm.
your audience.
Incredible Hulk 201. This was my first Incredible Hulk. July 1976. I've shot, well, okay. Yes, it was my first one. Very Conan like cover. Wasn't a big Conan fan, but this artwork and everything grabbed me. Trapped within Talbot's mind, the Hulk continues to shrink down to molecular levels. Could he
Oh,
possibly shrink into non-existent? But first, a visit to Terragrona or something like that. Anyway, here's the cover to it.
there's a
John Romita
quantum,
Sr. on the inks, at least. Let's see.
the
Who's
quantum
Buckler and
realm.
John. Mhm.
Oh, this
Great
is the
cover.
wannabe Conan. Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's not fucking Conan, I don't know who is. But they don't.
Unexpected Barbarian, but they don't tell you who it
They,
is.
yeah, and not even on the inside. I don't think. I don't think they ever name him as Conan.
Did you get this issue? This was my very first Incredible Hulk issue.
I believe I read it at some point. Maybe one of my buddies had it, but
Mm. Mm.
I,
Because I
I don't
think
know.
Jarella is in that,
I'd have to
isn't
go
she?
back through my Hulk.
Jarella's in that issue, the green babe that later dies.
The alien chick.
Jarella, she's green like the Hulk, but on a little
No, I
micro
don't.
level.
Oh no, yeah, I don't. Oh, oh yeah, after he shrinks down, he meets her. You mean?
Yeah. Now
Okay, yeah, no, I don't know about her.
on the next issue, the cover is this big sort of giant warthog, and the Hulk. There's a couple warthogs on the cover, and he's in the mouth of the warthog with Jarella. I bought that issue as well.
Which are what? They're
Jarella and the Incredible Hulk are in the mouth of the warthog, and he's like holding it
Oh,
up, holding the
okay.
mouth open.
So they're both in the mouth. Okay.
They're both in the mouth, yeah. And
Yeah.
there's one kind of in the foreground, and there's another one kind of in the background. These big alien-looking warthogs or whatever. But those were my first two Incredible Hulk comics that I bought. If I could have this right now, I would eat that. Hell yeah, fish and chips. You can keep the tartar sauce though.
What was that, Long John?
I don't know, but it looks good. I love
Looks
that
good,
battered
man.
up fish. It can't be
Nice
good for you. Hey, you mentioned food, and there's good stuff. Hey, good stuff.
piece of cod and mackerel.
I love cod. Cod is never fishy. Tasting.
Fresh Atlantic cod is the best for fish and chips. It's just
Rare behind the scene photo from the set of The Wolfman 1941. Here's your werewolf representation for today. I've never seen this one. That's cool.
damn. The wind is getting crazy over here. Ow.
Good stuff says yo Shadow.
Well, good stuff. What's happening, brother?
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And I already got some super chats. Wow. More than expected. Thank you, everyone. Val Kilmer's cameo in Life's Too Short. So he was in Life's Too Short with that actor from Willow, that Ricky, how do you say his name? Gervais?
Gervais.
Okay, Gervais.
He's
yeah.
the guy from the English version of The Office, that TV show.
The BBC Two mockumentary, apparently. So it's sort of a
Ricky
mockumentary.
Gervais. Yeah, he's
Came
a
out
very
2013.
outspoken comedian, pretty conservative for the most part. I won't go out of my way to vouch for him or anything, but I think he's funny. He's the guy that went off a couple of years back at the Oscars and like told all these rich people, like you're expecting everyone to worship you and all this bullshit. Fucking, and he just flat out went off on him. It's like, this is all crap.
Wow, check this out, Shadowhawk. This is unexpected.
Yeah.
Look at all that weed.
What the fuck?
Smuggling in weed in the watermelons.
What are these fake watermelons? They hollow them out and then stick the weed in them and glue them back together. What the fuck, bro? This is crazy.
Put it all in a bag.
I've seen him do some crazy shit, dude, but that's awesome. I love that. That's a new one on me. The old watermelon drink.
Wow, look at that.
Damn. That's probably like about a pound of weed each in every one of
That's a whole
water.
truckload. Wow.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Got them detained.
It's probably about a pound.
Not too happy.
A pound of weed each in those melons, if not a little bit more. Might even be 2 pounds.
At least, yeah.
I mean, because they compressed the shit out of that and formed it into like a melon shape and then wrapped it in that plastic and stuffed it in there. That's fucking awesome.
That's a big bust there. That they got busted with several pounds.
Oh, bro, that's nothing compared to that bust they had a couple of weeks ago. It was like 40,000 tons of cocaine laced with fentanyl and 50 pounds of weed in a little tiny backpack next to the giant mountain of fucking horrible cocaine.
Today, 50 years ago, Kiss released Rock and Roll All Night in 1975.
Became a rock and roll. What do you call that? Dang it. Not an icon.
Is,
It was a song that they
is
always
Rock
play.
and Roll All Night, is that the one where he's like, I want to rock and roll
Rock
all
and roll
night?
all
Yeah, I
night
guess
and party every
that's.
day. Ah,
Mhm.
that.
I've
You
actually
keep on
been
telling
singing that this week. I don't know why, but I've been singing that this week.
me.
That song has been coming to my mind, and I've been singing it this
At
week.
least
So
it's the real kid, not the fake kid.
50 years ago. 50 years since that came out.
Since that song came out,
Let's look in and see how Type 1's going on. They've got a post there on Indiegogo. Type 1, $8,258, 129 bikers on Indiegogo. I believe Type 1 is over on Fund My Comic as well. So go check it out on one of those platforms. I'd smoke that watermelon. Barbecue ready. Yeah.
What's going? Who's milking what watermelon?
Good stuff said he'd smoke that watermelon.
Yeah,
I would
I'd
too.
hollow it out, and turn it into a bong back in the day, but you know, they already hollowed it out. So
I probably chillax. I did just hear some thunder, so hopefully we won't have to go to the underground room. You know, maybe it won't get too bad here. Haven't heard any sirens yet, so that's a good sign.
Tiny daddy.
Hello, Cloudy.
Then look at her. She's going on 11 years old, and she's tiny.
Feel like a kitten. Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
She just lays down and it's like, show me some love.
It's like, pet me, damn you. Pet me.
Pet me, damn you? Really? Okay.
Cats are all evil, you know.
Well, thanks to Jonas and Crooked Painter and Life of Timothy for the super chats. Really appreciate it.
Hello. You guys rock. Thanks for making Rex's first day of monetization something to remember. I'm sure he'll never forget this.
Streaming from the dungeon. Not likely, although I do have electricity down there. I really need to redo all that.
We got like an
I might go on the update show, but I don't promise anything.
You got an old-fashioned root cellar?
There's the sirens going off right now.
Yeah, you just now get them. I'm back in another one of them quiet zones, which worries me. It was crazy a couple minutes ago, and now all of a sudden it's dead quiet, which is
well. The good thing is they installed a new one, like the street over from mine, just right over from. They run parallel, and it's
yeah, dude. I'm
on the
still
other street down from me and a little bit further down. So I have one quite close, which is cool because there's the Catholic church and school over there, and Knights of Columbus.
I live right off of the town square, like a couple of blocks. So, like where, like the firehouse is 3 blocks right down the street from us. So when that horn goes off, dude, it's not like we're gonna miss it.
Yeah, it's going off pretty good right now. I don't know if that's picking up on the mic, but it's probably too far.
No, you got pretty good noise cancellation on that thing because I'm not hearing it at all. No, I'm not hearing anything, man. That's pretty good. What kind of mic you got?
Some thunder. Huh?
What kind of mic you got?
I've got Blue Yeti.
Blue Yeti. Okay.
Hmm.
A lot of people seem to go by with those.
It's worked good for me for over 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Knock on wood. You got your head there.
Yeah, when it came to, you know, I thought the microphone was probably the most important part. People will put up with
Yeah, you
bad
don't have good
potato
sound,
cam,
dude.
but you got to have good audio.
Exactly.
I prefer my garage. Yeah, but what if I mean, my underground room is enclosed. The house is enclosed around it, and you just go
That's
down
pretty
in it, and
fair.
it's like 8 by 8 by no, it's 10 by 10 with all concrete. But I don't know why
Okay,
they
what?
didn't seal it. They
From
didn't
what
seal it good.
what I'm gathering, yours is more of a bi-level. Do you have a door that goes like outside to your garage or something from the level you're on now, or do you have to
Well,
go
all
upstairs?
right. There's my kitchen, and then it drops down. And I think that my father thought that what is my enclosed den now
Mm-hmm.
was the garage, and they built right next to it the garage. So that room goes from the den, which was probably the original garage, to the garage. And
Okay,
then
so you got a
behind the
little.
garage is like a little tool space. And that's also where my hot water heater is. And that old vacuum system, because this house had the old vacuum
Oh
system
yeah, you had
where
the whole house vacuum. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, in the wall where all you had to do was hook in the tube and you had, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that could be fixed or not. Probably not, but it'd be
Oh, it
cool to
probably
see.
nah, dude. You'd be surprised. It probably can be fixed and made much more smaller than what the one you have is.
Okay. Well, it'd be neat. And plus, they also had
It's not going
like
to be cheap though. That's the
in
problem.
most of the rooms, they had an intercom system, you know, like somebody could talk to you from the front door or the back door,
Mm-hmm.
on the back patio, the
And like the whole
speaker.
house stereo where you could play the radio
Yeah,
through the
yeah,
house. Yeah,
yeah. The kitchen's got the radio in the wall.
yeah. My dad did that with the house. We could play the stereo.
Mhm.
We had speakers out
Yeah,
on
back
the
in the day, this was a pretty posh house. I mean,
yeah,
it's got a
but on the
formal
back
dining
porch. We
room.
had speakers in the eaves, so we
Hmm.
could turn those on. You know, when we were out there grilling and playing in the backyard and listening to music. And then we had speakers all over the house in different areas that you could cut on or
Hmm.
off.
Yeah,
It was pretty cool.
the wind's what I'm concerned about most of all, because
Yeah,
and
that's the only thing that worries me is the high winds too.
I'm going to see if
Good.
I can get the trees trimmed, because that kind of concerns me too. These tree limbs, if
Yeah.
they hit the house, kind of like they wiped out, the top part, which considering, the damage it did was nominal, but it still cost me $1,800 to get fixed this year or
You beat
last year.
me, crooked. The house I'm in right now was built
I
in
should have
I
took that
think
off my
eight,
taxes.
1865 or 1868. I haven't been able to determine
I
for
didn't
sure.
think about that when I did my taxes, Shadowhawk. I probably should have took that off my taxes.
What's that?
That damage that I had to pay for the house
Oh
on
yeah, you probably could have. Yeah.
down. I didn't think about it. Darn it.
Mm. Yeah, because you
Speak,
probably could have paid for that chimney repair and the tree removal and all that stuff. You would have got something
Bone
back.
says people still use central vacuum in their houses. I've installed them in brand new
Mm.
homes.
Yeah,
Wow.
so that was the thing I was going to tell you, right? As long as your piping is still good through the house, there's no breaks in there. If you can get a solid vacuum, you could
Yeah,
just install like a new high-tech pump in there and shit, and you could suck the fucking eyes out of a parrot with that house, dude.
that's cool. Where'd the cat
Yeah.
go? Meow.
Oh shit!
And deposit it behind the
Yeah, we could
the
run
rock.
down to the basement and let her out. You ever
Excuse
see
me.
those where they suck the prairie dogs out of the holes with those big
No,
vacuum
and I
trucks?
don't want to, because I used to raise them or
I
try
know
and
you
raise
did. It doesn't hurt them though. It does. It just sucks them up and puts them into the truck. It doesn't kill them.
because they relocate them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
to a dog food factory.
Could be.
No,
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean,
no,
it's
dude. I'd
probably
be surprised. They say it doesn't hurt them, but I'd be shocked and amazed if it didn't because
what the
they're
vacuum.
stuck. Well, the first
Yeah.
ones that come out are stuck
Yeah.
inside that vacuum tank for a while, right? Until they
Yeah.
suck
They're
all of
probably
them out.
freaking out. I'm sure they're freaking
Well,
out.
it's nothing to do with freaking out. They can't breathe that whole time. So the ones that go in first are probably laying there dead on the bottom, and then the last ones that fucking get
And then
sucked
it's
up,
pile on.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then the last few that get sucked up are still alive, and then they go, oh, see, it's humane, and they pull a couple of them out and go, see, they're still alive. And then they don't show you the pile of dead ones that are.
I would believe that, Shadowhawk. I would believe that.
Dude,
That's
I'm just
probably
looking
what
at
happened.
logic. You can't breathe in a vacuum. Where are you going to suck air into your lungs when you're
Yeah, but
stuck
I
to the
don't.
bottom of a vacuum tank like a
None
piece
of
of
them are
dirt?
going to survive in a black vacuum. If it was a true vacuum, they would implode.
Well, it's not. Obviously, it's not a true vacuum, but it's enough to fucking have enough force to suck them up out of the air and shit. So it's enough to
Yeah,
probably suck the air out of their poor little lungs.
in the ground. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if it's pulling them out of their tunnels and then fucking sucking them through a tube all the way up to a truck, that's a pretty good vacuum.
Well, enjoy your Alfredo. I'm going to enjoy Tombstone as well, probably.
Yeah, I gotta do that. Get on
Sad
my.
day indeed when, an actor that sadly we didn't get to see enough of because of the lymph node cancer or whatever
But
he
at the
had.
same time, we were shocked and amazed at how many movies people managed to come up with in the chat, which I didn't even remember he was in.
And he
And I got
also did
him.
a one-man show playing Mark Twain. That
Wasn't
was
he in an Elvis
really good.
movie too? I believe he was in an Elvis movie too, like a biopic or whatever they call them about
Don't
Elvis.
remember that one, but I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm pretty sure he did that too, and he actually learned how to play guitar for that role.
Hey, during the 80s, he was one of the hottest actors in demand. No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Anyway, everybody, thank you for coming by. Thanks for giving Rex such a first day of monetization. Woo-hoo. Love you guys. Have a great night.
And that about sums it up. Keep